So Halsey dropped her album, If I Can't Have Love, I Want Power. And I'm gonna be honest with you guys. The first time I listened to it, I didn't know what to feel. So then I listened to it 2 times, 3 times, 4 times, and I still don't know exactly how I feel about it. It's weird. It's left me conflicted a little bit. But then again, maybe the album is supposed to make you feel conflicted and confused and unsure. The rollout for this album was major, right? I mean, we had not only just the reveal of the cover art for this album, which is fucking beautiful, by the way, great piece of work. But I mean, this thing came with a fucking feature film. You know what I mean? Just thinking about that is thinking about the scale of how big of the world that this album lives in. Is humongous. But for me, I don't know, it just didn't feel as big as it should have been. Of course, if you guys would like to see a track by track review of this album, otdemusic.com, link to that is down in the description. You can go and check that out. You know, one of the things I loved about this album was that lyrically everything felt cohesive from the first track to the end. We do get a very good character arc, story arc. Let's take the tradition for example, right? We start off, which by the way, the piano melody in the tradition reminds me of some sort of cutscene music from The Legend of Zelda. Starts off, it gives you a great introduction to who this character is. You know, her love is being abused. She's being abused and used. She goes from searching for love to deciding, okay, I don't get it. I want to be in control instead. And so by taking control, she starts to sabotage relationships, but in a way she starts to bring a bit of chaoticness into her life. And starts kind of going on a downward spiral, and she's questioning this, whether she's doing the right thing for herself throughout this album, through certain songs, like Whisper. Ironically, the character ends up finding the one thing she was trying to give up on, and which was love, which is a bit of a Hollywood cliche, right? That, you know, love knows no bounds. Love is the answer to everything. That's what I loved about it. I loved that lyrically it was able to tell this story, and it was a very, very kind of clear character development story we got through this album. Now, after listening to it a couple of times and reading what Halsey said about it, she said it's actually more about motherhood and childbirth, and I didn't get any of that from this album. Then again, I'm not a mother and I don't have a kid, so I can't really look at it from that perspective. I can only look at it in the perspective of what I've experienced in life, that kind of thing. So maybe it's there, maybe I just can't pick up on it because I'm me. You know what I mean? But one of the things that really kind of turned me off from the album is that this album sounds like it wants to be a rock album. I mean, it really does. You got Trent Reznor and Atticus Ross doing the production on the album, which are fucking masterminds when it comes to that suspenseful, eerie production. I mean, you heard it before in movies and in music as well. They're just so good at what they do. A majority of the songs are rock. You know, they full on rock elements, but it feels like there's a couple safety nets in there. It feels like Halsey was like, I want to do a rock album. I'm going to make a rock album. But yet she was a little bit unsure if she wanted to go full head on rock in case it didn't work out. Because it is a bit of a departure sonically from Halsey's other work, you know what I mean? So then she sprinkled in a couple safety nets there, kind of within that hip hop vibe, and a little touch to Halsey's past work just for fans in case, you know, they're just like, we're not fucking with this rock vibe. But I think that was a little bit of a mistake. I think that kind of threw me off listening to it just because it so much wants to be a rock album, but it just doesn't quite get there, which sucks because I think the whole project just being rock would have been fucking amazing. That's okay. We got what we got, and it's a pretty decent album. I will say it's a pretty decent album. It's probably not my favorite album that I've heard from Halsey, but it's decent. And I give this album a 6 out of 10. It's a 6 out of 10 for me. Lyrically, like I said, the cohesiveness lyrically and the storytelling in this album is amazing. It was just musically, it just threw me off a bit. It just felt a little bit lost musically in the direction that it was trying to go. But let me know your guys' thoughts about this album down in the comments, guys. Remember, you can go and check out a track-by-track review of this album on otdemusic.com. The link to that is down in the description. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you hit that bell button so you get notification of when new videos drop here on this channel. Hop on over to Instagram, Twitter, and Twitch. Give me a follow. Shout out to all of our new YouTube subscribers here on the OTDE channel. Welcome to our little growing community. And that is all I got for you guys today. So until next time, take care, stay safe, and I'll see you then.
Thank you for watching. Please remember to subscribe and check out more videos on our channel.